Anyways, how you?
It was the thing you guys just said. You're like, once you get a drone license, drones.
Oh yeah, drones. I just
drones.
came. I mean, he already thought of that though.
Yeah.
He's already 3 steps ahead of me.
I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because I thought drones. Trust me, I thought about it.
And
I'm telling you,
Drones,
with the most,
or something like that.
an animation of you in the most AI predictable looking style. Have you been seeing that everywhere? I feel like everyone's doing
the
that.
McAfee antivirus things come up where like there's that lady on the beach and she's spinning around, but then all of a sudden she had like a third arm pop out of her like rib or something. I was like, ooh, biblical.
Like, oh shit! Like, have you seen all the whole VO whatever?
Oh, the VO3 thing on Google. That shit looks crazy.
What is it?
It's like Google's like scripting system thing where you can punch in like what you want to see AI do. And people are getting like really insane.
Does it make videos or photos or
video? All of it.
Oh,
whatever
videos?
You want. Videos and photos. And you
that.
could put in a script too. It looks very AI. Like
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. Like I think I talked about it last time in the last podcast we did. Well, there's one where like this is Salvadorian chick asking like an older Salvadorian woman like if she's making
in the market,
and it looks so real. I thought it was real. Like, oh shit, it's real. But then because of the way they spoke and like the cussing and everything, it sounds just like it. But the way hell, this is AI, you know. I was like, nah. I'm starting to lose my mind.
You know, I feel like such a like a old head for this. I saw this video where it's like these people were going up this janky ladder on a mountain, and then it like collapsed, and I was like, and then I was like, why is no one reacting? Why are the other people at the top not running away and all stuff? And then the way when you played back the video, the way they were falling was just like pins, like bowling pins, like no motion. But the thing that got me is I believed it because I believed it was real because it was such a grainy footage. You know how when it's reproduced so many times that I thought it was that. And I was like, bro, I'm such a fool.
AI is crazy.
Like, you're a fool for that one.
Fool for that one.
Anyways, welcome to the Put Me On Something podcast. I am your host, Alejandro Gomez.
What's up, everybody? This is your son back on time.
And we got a special guest today, of course.
What up, bitch? No.
What up,
bitch? No, I'm kidding. Hi, everybody. It's your favorite God-fearing hunter at Nino Daniel.
Nino Daniel, welcome back. Glad to have you again. Unfortunately, last time when we recorded
Listen, we don't have to talk about that.
We have to. We got to let the people know because it's not natural.
We do got to let the people know.
Maybe we will say later
there were some technical errors.
There were some technical errors.
And it's okay. We're back now.
We're human. We're human.
Big back and better than ever.
There we go. The title.
Big back better than ever.
Big back.
But yeah, man. Glad to have you here.
Thank you. So excited to do this.
I'm glad too, man. How are you doing, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. The last few weeks I've been picking back in the gear, and I'm just feeling good, personal and work-wise.
Hell yeah, dude.
So it's good. And then honestly, bro, like it's good to have you, Nino. Like, yes, woe is me on the last episode. They'll never see the light of day. But honestly, bro, on those few ones, it's good to have you back. I feel like we know we're tapped in better, all of us.
Oh,
and then, just us doing the podcast, I feel like I learned a lot. And it's just, I don't know, it's good timing, man.
Good timing, man.
I feel like it's good chemistry, too. I feel like that first round was just kind of like figuring out, like, everybody might get a little tepid, like, oh, can I talk about this or say this?
Yeah.
Now we can say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, anyways, my bad. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead. Introduce yourself, man. What do you do? What are you up to? How's it going?
Oh, shit. Life has changed since our first little chemistry test episode. Not like dramatically and shit like that, but so I do. How do I say this without giving shit away? So, I mean, during the day, I have a full-time job in, let's call it
transportation.
Let's call it education.
Education?
Right. Let's call it education.
Gotcha.
Loosely. That's the loose term.
Right.
And then outside of that, I do choreography, content creation, brand marketing, social media marketing, anywhere from small mom and pop shop, local Arizona business, all the way to like Warner Brothers Pictures.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
And like YouTube and shit too. So it's fun. It's a lot of fun getting to do like all of this stuff. Yeah.
Good stuff, man. I mean, I've seen you putting in a lot of work, like in your work all the time, your Instagram. I see all the things you post.
I'm trying.
You do a lot of the movie reviews and stuff like that.
I got into that.
I got a funny story about that. I'll tell you right now. Go ahead. No,
go you first.
No. I don't know how it works with you guys, but I saw this one dude that I know you guys go do the movie reviews. There's this one dude on there that I know.
Who?
Nick. I think he goes by a different name. But
are you talking about front? Is he black?
Yeah.
Glasses?
Yeah.
Midway Avenue Productions, Nick?
I think so, him.
Best friends with a white guy named Doug?
That might be him. But I saw him. I was like, hold on.
Does he go by Ahmad Johnson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him.
No, I used to work with him at another job. I'm not going to talk about it. But like I know him. Like, hey, I know this guy. Yeah. Hold up. I know this guy. And
he's a sweetheart.
Yeah. But
sweetheart. Yeah.
But yeah.
I do. So I got into like the movie stuff just randomly, like all of my like social media success has been so fucking random. Like nothing's ever been planned or intentional.
Yeah.
I downloaded TikTok like everybody else back in 2020. Dead ass. And suddenly the whole world sent us home. And then I started posting like sketch comedy routines, and I write all of my scripts. I write all of my shots. I write all of my stuff, and I edit everything. And then in 2023, I was on a lunch break, and I posted a video called "You're the Smart Friend" in a horror movie, and I talked about like inserting myself as a character in a film but making smarter decisions, and then I make fun of like zodiacs along the way because host is like, I'm a Pisces, of course I'm gonna do that. Yeah, bitch, you first one dead. Shout out to everyone who's a Pisces, not trying to say you're gonna die first, but oopsies. And then from there it just kind of took off. Like I got invited to be a podcast co-host of my own for Paranormal Misfits podcast. I got to start working with like major movie studios. I'm now on the roster with like at least 20 different like brand and marketing agencies that I work with. Like it sounds great in theory and stuff like that, but there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of people out there who see you do one thing and succeed, and they just want to jump on it and replicate it. But
is there a lot of competition? Like, would you say? It's
definitely a lot of competition. I think for me though, what I've learned is like I just bring me to it. I bring what the fuck I know how to do as Nino, not necessarily just Nino Daniel, but like a human. I've told everybody like you can take the same recipes, you can cook in the same pots and pans that I do. I'll even lend you my kitchen, but your sauce and my sauce will never taste the same ever.
Definitely,
absolutely not. Yeah, but I'm starting to see a lot of people like, oh, I've always watched movies, and here's a couple movies you should watch. I'm like, bitch, we full in here. Like, pick something else.
Try something else.
Try something.
Try cooking videos.
So, do you feel a sense of some people just straight up copying and pasting your methods or your way of going about your like
I think
your flow?
A lot of people, we'll call it inspired. I think a lot of people definitely get inspired, and I think that's a good thing. I think that people should test out what works for them. For me, what makes me angry is there are certain people I'm watching come out as like film reviewers and content creators about like very specific niche things, and I'm over here like, but you've never talked about this before. You've like literally, are you doing this because it's the fun, trendy thing that everyone's doing, or you actually enjoy movies? Like the thing that I said to you guys when we sat down today, you asked me about how much time you got, and I said, oh, let's be out by XYZ time because my husband and I got to go see F1. Like, I watch movies every week. I review them every week. I like do content for them every week. But I think a lot of the times, like, folks see a bunch of that success and think like, oh, that could be me, and that's going to be me, and I'm going to start it now.
Or like, oh, that's simple. I could do it. Anyway.
No, the fuck it's not. I wish it was. I really wish it was simple.
I'm saying like people thinking they could just pick it up. Which, look, I'm all for encouraging the creativity, and no one can gatekeep anything, but I get it. It's just one of those things, like for me, myself, I'm a clothing designer. Look, and I love self-expression of art, whatever it is, but it's kind of like insulting when anyone just be like, you know what?
I could do it.
I need some money. I said, I need some money. I think I'm gonna start a clothing brand. It's like, bro, that's whack. Like, where's your love for it? And it's like, it's just so many things to it. And hey, some of those people do have worked out. There's rappers, mid-scale, high-scale, that have started. Like, they got their success by admitting the fact that they just started because they want to make money. Look, if it worked out for you,
great.
It worked out for you. But at least you were able to get there because you have some form of motivation and talent and presence. You know, I'll give you that. You know, maybe it was always in you. But, like, for you to just pick it up, again, I love if people are going to try new things, do it. But, like, it's kind of insulting sometimes what I'm saying.
I feel like it's when there's a thing whenever, like, on the topic of that, when everyone's like, oh, I can rap. Oh, I can be a rapper.
Rappers.
Okay. You think you can just string along together some lines and make them rhyme?
It's the whole thing, like, the whole talent and actually putting in the work, or something like that, you know what I mean?
There's like there's the folks who just do it because it's trendy, because it's cool, because they want to put out a song or a piece of content or whatever. And then there's those of us who like sit there and I analyze everything. I'm not just watching a movie because XYZ famous actor is in it. I'm like, how's the shot looking? How's this? Does it breathe well? What's the script look like? You can feel the
sense of like lack of authenticity.
Like, just literally yesterday or 2 days ago, one of my best friends calls me and she's like, what horror movies are out and what do you like about them? And I had a whole ass 40-minute conversation with her while I was inside of Costco. And I'm like, here's why you should see this one. Here's why you shouldn't. So you're right. Like when the authenticity piece is there, but just to do it, And if you're gonna call yourself a content creator but be all over the map, like for me, it's very apparent. Like when you look up on my Instagram or my TikTok, it's comedy, dance, and movies. Obviously, I do sketch comedy stuff.
Yeah.
Love making people laugh. Love movies just because I've always loved movies. And dance because I'm a dance instructor. I might occasionally talk about some like food places I go to, but you're not going to see me all of a sudden be like, and this is a new glute workout. While you're watching Megan 2.0,
2.0.
try doing these sumo squats. Why? I just gave somebody $1 million fucking idea.
I was literally
Oh,
gonna say
shit.
that actually sounds like a unique little piece right
like
there.
every time you hear this act or this character say this word in a horror movie, do like 10 push-ups.
Take a shot.
Hey, every time Ghostface makes a phone call in a Scream movie, do 10 push-ups.
Every time there's a plot twist,
Girl,
take a shot.
every time it's the mother, go run a mile.
Did you see the new Final Destination?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, I said like it would. I enjoyed it. I just didn't like. I don't want to spoil it. I just didn't. Really,
It's already out on digital. If they haven't seen it, it's
True.
out.
I just didn't really. Wasn't too big of a fan of the ending. However, I did enjoy it, but it did get me on those little plot twists. And some of them, like, oh, why did I fall for that? But I did ultimately like it. But I feel like I could have done a little more.
Right.
They could have gone a little bit further.
Yeah,
They focus like I love that like they've made us afraid of pennies now.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
that
the
little
pennies-
kid.
That little motherfucker.
I haven't
Did you
seen
see
it. I
it?
haven't
You
seen
see
it.
it?
I haven't
Okay,
seen
all
it.
I can say.
It basically the whole fucking movie
Mm-hmm.
does what it does because of a penny.
It
Penny.
all started because
Like
of
a
one
physical
tiny
coin.
little
Right,
action.
right, right. Because
One
like
little
always, it all leads up to one.
Yeah, but it's such a
Yeah.
powerful message. I mean, what
powerful.
I'm seeing is no.
I mean,
just
no, he's
one,
right. Like, it's
one
one
minimal
little-
action.
Right.
Tiny minuscule thing caused all of these things
A
to
chain
happen in the
reaction.
Chain
order
reaction
that it
and
did.
shit.
Thank you. Yes, chain reaction.
Yeah, that's crazy, and that's the beauty of life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And death,
Like
apparently.
what you just. yes, death. Well, life is what's the opposite of life is death.
Yeah.
What you said though a little bit back that it all started when you downloaded that app.
Yeah.
You thought nothing of it, and that app has been around since like 2015, 16.
It was Musically.
Yeah.
Back in
Right.
2016.
Oh, it was physically?
Yeah,
It was-
it was the app called Musically. And
Yeah.
then ByteDance purchased it in 2018 or 19, and then it became TikTok.
TikTok saved us.
And now it's
the
responsible
pandemic.
for, like,
Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds of millionaires.
No, yeah, big facts. For the simple fact, I had this conversation with my friend the other day that the modern day radio equivalent to music is TikTok, whatever's popular on TikTok.
The labels now know that too. The labels won't allow an artist to release a single unless it's like viral, unless there's like
You know what I was thinking
Like
about
TikTok
that?
approved, basically.
basically,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if you're more informed about it, but like, how does? Let's say you make a TikTok that goes viral, and you use a song from any artist, you know, whatever. Do they get paid from that too, or no?
I don't know how.
There's
that,
probably a cap where it's like that whole thing where
Yeah.
we'll pay you this amount or count this, because what they sometimes do is like, hey, for every 1,000 plays or on that video, we'll count it as one play from your actual music or something, or a sale. Like there's a lot of changes in the music industry like that.
I don't know how it works through TikTok. I know with Instagram and Facebook, like I have an artist page, and if I use like a Britney Spears song and the video goes viral, I get 50% of the shares, and then whoever
that
owns
earning?
the song gets the other 50.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know how
Collaborative?
TikTok does it,
I don't know.
though.
Wait, you said on where again? Sorry.
Facebook and Instagram on the reels,
Facebook.
Right.
Wow.
because they finally realized like if you're making money, we can just give half of it to the owner of the song.
True.
And I was like, oh, it's about damn time.
Yeah, because remember when YouTube was really cracking down on anybody's
YouTube
videos?
was like, oh, you wanted to sing 8 lines of this song, copyright, jail, FTC.
You wanted to do a documentary video with the music playing in the background?
You
Done.
can't do it.
Damn.
Everything has to be, what's the word? Non-royal, like royalty free.
I think TikTok isn't
Well,
YouTube still kind of on that. On that
YouTube,
route, huh?
YouTube is still kind of on that route because YouTube is huge. Like
still
YouTube,
huge.
YouTube is
Oh.
big. I think personally, what YouTube offers as a creative channel is far bigger than TikTok.
Yeah, and it started it all, man. You got to give it props because before
YouTube's-
anyone doing like all these
Yeah.
hauls, makeup videos, or explanations or anything or documentaries.
Are you on YouTube?
It was
Are
on
you?
YouTube.
Yeah.
Is there a difference between you get paid from there, like from YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram? Is
Yeah,
there-
like the RPMs on TikTok are, I think it's like a high earning video on TikTok has to be over 60 seconds.
Oh yeah.
So ideally, like you want that 62-second, 65-second sweet spot, just to be able to earn money. And then I think TikTok pays you, for a high earner, you get like a nickel for every 1,000 qualified views.
Oh.
And then YouTube pays you, I think a high earner makes 7 to 10 cents per every qualifying 1,000 views. You essentially, you make more money on YouTube, but you can embed, like with AdSense on YouTube, that's like the revenues that come in from the ads that play during your video, but you're also monetizing the promotional advertisement that's featured like within the video. Like if I start the video and say this video is sponsored by XYZ company, they paid me money to say that, let's say 2 times throughout the video. So I gotten a lump sum from them, and now I'm making like 7 to 10 cents per every 1,000 views just off of the ad shares. So you can make money. You really can.
Yeah.
I to kind of get into this, just to kind of like talk about it, there's some stuff I'm working on with TikTok, and I have my own like designated rep I talk to, and he's fucking amazing, such a genius.
That's awesome.
And super, super helpful. He talked to me about 3 different creator programs that I'm in. That's why I'm like hustling my content and like trying to make good quality content. You'd be surprised at like what the right lighting, what the right green screen activity, what the right camera does for your content.
Definitely.
Audio too. So that's why like I get my little DJI camera out, all of my stuff is filmed, and then I edit it in like another like high quality app, and then I make sure I do this, and then I have my Rode microphones, then I have like my like huge like key light on me, so I'm well lit and it looks attractive to the audience. And
it's that first 2 seconds
it's the
that
first
makes the biggest
2
difference,
seconds. And now I'm realizing so really quick before I get to the call to action thing that I've just started embedding is TikTok and I are now working together where they have me in 3 different content creator programs. Just for privacy reasons, I won't say which ones, but they're fine, they're legal, they're real, all that stuff. And working on getting my content to a place where like my TikTok rep was like, you can be potentially cashing in like $20K a month.
Damn.
Off of like
at its peak, or
10 to 15
ideal?
videos a month. And if they do really well, like the highest you can earn is anywhere from like 15 to 20K a month combined between these 3 creator programs. I'm like, I would leave my job.
Sick. That's
And
awesome.
it's crazy. All I'm doing is talking about the things that I love. Like, I love comedy. I love like writing my own skits, editing my own shit. I love movies, all types. Horror is what I lean into because that's my.
That's more like your niche.
That's definitely my niche, because horror movies are the films that have every element in there. There's comedy, there's action, there's drama, and there's horror.
The lighting alone
Sex.
has always been its own like thing and shit. Like
the lighting alone in horror movies is top fucking.
I think that was one of those things, the little tiny things that has always fascinated me. That really sets the tone, the atmosphere and stuff. I'm not there, but the music and the vibe, the vibrance of the lighting.
I want to go back to
makes
what
me
you
feel
just
there.
said. The music. So like the key difference between like a comedy and a horror is the background music. If you're watching a woman like walk through, let's say, a dark alley, and there's like a god light right above her, and it's creating this like ominous thing. If you have like really spooky, dark type music, you're gonna be like, oh, this bitch gonna die.
Yeah.
But if you have some like lighthearted shit and she's getting stabbed, you're like, oh shit, she dying. Oh, she getting stabbed.
Right.
So the other thing I was gonna say is the call to action thing, and I would recommend this for every content creator out there. Once you like buckle down on your niche and buckle down on certain things, do you guys know what a call to action is?
Yeah, when you like bring them in, like something like that.
So a call to action
I don't know,
is,
my bad. My fault.
no worries. No, a call to action is like,
I'm a rookie.
you're dumb.
Like, can you explain it for my bro here?
Yeah,
I know it is.
Explain it for
Explain
my
to
friends.
him,
Explain it
he
for my
doesn't know.
friends.
He
So
doesn't
call to
know.
action is, I just released a video today that was like, welcome to Scary Movie Summer, where I watch a horror film I've never seen before off of a streaming platform, and we talk about it. Be sure to follow and like for more content like this. So it's saying like, be sure to follow and like, be sure to comment, be sure to, and you have to, it's best to mention it in the beginning of the video and at the very end. So at the very end of the video, I'm like, and that was the movie we talked about today. Make sure to hit the follow and like button and drop a comment for next week's recommendations. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. I'll see you at the next one.
Right.
Call to action. Okay, I see it.
So it's just
You got to tell the
Have you
people,
been, you been
man.
practicing that, like trying to implement it in all your videos?
I just started today.
Just started, really? Oh, okay.
Just because usually I would be like, and if you guys want to follow, you can. I'm like, bitch, hit the follow and like button. This shit's dope.
Yeah.
No, it's like there's power within how you say something. It's like you're giving them an option or you're telling them something.
Yeah,
You're not
no
forcing
options.
them, but it's like, hey, when you came in, I'm like, hey, have a seat, or hey, grab a seat.
Yeah.
You know, take a
That's
seat.
true.
I was gonna
Thanks.
levitate, but yeah, that's cool.
No, I'll just
Do it.
levitate.
I was
I got
gonna
a question for you. What's one or advice for someone that wants to start content creating?
Just start.
Start.
Just start. I think if you're gonna really do anything, don't be afraid of a camera. Because if you are afraid of a camera, how the fuck are you gonna like be able to take in the fact that you can potentially have tens of thousands and millions of fans?
Big facts.
If you're so afraid of being on camera, and if you don't understand that you can be your own self when you hit record. It's not for you. Like, content creation is not for you. This isn't like acting where you like get into a character and you develop like, okay, so she's this and she lives in here, and it's like no, it's just me.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think what people overthink is they're thinking too much concern about the negative response.
Yeah.
And forget the simple effect of what you said. Just start, and also
Just
that you're in
start.
control of it. Not
Hell
only are
yeah,
you're
bitch.
controlling what's being recorded, you control what's edited, you control what's published.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? To majority
That's
is
a
on
key
your
factor right there, dude.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? When I started diving in with like little sub things of like fashion hauls and like, you know, little topics and mostly fashion hauls, and I recently started doing like fashion topics and
Yeah.
stuff. It was the craziest thing. I didn't get too much, but what it was is like all a good chunk of my coworkers at work at my old job like started coming up to me like, hey, yo, I saw your video, and I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, I saw your video. Or like, hey, where you getting all this stuff? Or hey, are you selling that thing? Just so many people, and I would
Generates
see,
conversation.
I would see a handful of their likes and think nothing of it, and there'd be another handful of people that are like, hey, I saw it, or so and so sent it to me. Pros and cons, I don't know. I'm not here to nitpick of like, oh, were they talking shit? Because they probably were. But
I don't care.
No, I don't care either. But because you know what I'm focused on is the fact that they're giving me actual genuine feedback. Like,
Yeah.
you know, it's one thing when you ask them, but another thing when they come up and tell you. And then when it started getting to the point where I feel like, yo, I don't have that person on any form of like social media connections. So
And they
it's
still
like,
saw it?
yeah, and it's organic. It's organic, and it was just kind of refreshing. Like, okay, cool, I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was just like I said, because one of the biggest things is like you're in control, and also learning a lot. Like I'm telling you, like the biggest thing learning is that the first 2 seconds make the biggest
Absolutely.
difference.
Absolutely. It's you gotta be engaging too. Like I even asked my friends yesterday. I said like, are my videos showing who I am as a person? Because beforehand I would have these like super like TikTok-y videos or social media that's like, hey guys, well, and no one fucking likes that shit.
2 hours of B-roll.
2 hours of beer, and now I'm just like, all right, we're gonna get the fuck into this.
Yeah.
Like I just kind of show up like, how would I talk to my best friend or my sister about this movie is what I tell myself. Because at the end of the day, like that's what has attracted my audience to me, and I'm very blessed to have this can all be gone tomorrow. I'm very thankful. God is good. Like the things I've gotten to do with it, the money I've made, the people I've met, like having the opportunity to sit down and talk about it here. It's a fucking blessing. Like, but I recognize like you got to be ready to be really truly authentic when you do this. Like you cannot be afraid of a camera. You can't be afraid of criticism.
Definitely.
And if there's like people who are talking shit about you behind a keyboard, pull the fuck up, because 97% of y'all aren't gonna do shit.
You know what's the biggest thing? Majority of the time, it's a profile-less account. Like there's no
Yeah, it's
picture.
a faceless account.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, someone in fucking Arkansas talking about I would have done it this. Shut the fuck up. Fix your teeth, ugly bitch.
You know what my thing is, bro? Back in like when we were like 18, 19 type shit, like years
Right.
old. Bro, once I started seeing the first KYSs from anonymous people, I was like, you know what? I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Like yourself.
Oh,
That's
the
probably
unalivings.
if you really think about it, bro. For you to tell a complete stranger to their face, imagine in person to do that. That's pretty awful. So when the people were doing, multiple people were telling me this online, like, you know what?
death threats and shit.
Not death threats. They're not like, oh, I'm gonna find you, Tino. Blah, 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 blah. Even that I think would probably be pretty funny. But once I saw that, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Why? Yeah.
What are you gonna kill yourself, bro? Like, what do you mean?
What you mean? I'm a pretty bitch. What the fuck you mean kill myself?
No.
Like,
When-
I'm handsome in real life. ho.
Exactly. So
Like,
for someone to tell you, hey, you should off yourself, I'm like, you know what? Do it yourself, bro. I'm not gonna
my
do
thing
it.
is like, I would respond back and be like, you
Or
first
do
and
it.
let me know how it goes. Like, you want to tell me to kill myself? Okay,
Oh,
you first,
yeah.
let me know how it
I'm
goes.
new to it, bro. Let me know how it goes.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Nah,
Try it out. Record it.
I love the comment section because I think I'm more of a person that goes on videos and like comments like the funny stuff, you know, type shit.
Yeah. I
Type
do.
shit.
I'd be like that. Like, I be getting into people's comment section, and I'm like, all right, not to be a cunt, but like, Like,
Oh, you know what? It always
Yeah.
gets me the most when you see a
What?
video and you're like, oh, okay, that's funny. And then you open it, and then like the top comment has you hysterical.
No,
like,
yeah, that's
beyond
what
no,
like,
the,
what you were
the
thinking.
fact, like, what TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and everybody needs to do is, like, the people who have a viral comment under a video, those bitches need to get paid too.
Yeah, no, tell me about
Viral
it. Because
comments.
I've gotten
Yeah.
comments where like I didn't even expect. I just said some out of pocket shit. Not even like crazy, but like the next thing you know, like notifications after notification.
Yeah, like,
I was like, shit, like what the? Why is my comment getting so many likes? I'm like, can I get paid off of this, man? Like, come on, like
You
I
should.
contributed to the video. Like
you
I'm sure
contributed to the video.
you're getting.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's getting more traction off of that.
That's
or
why
something, you know
every
what
single time though, like,
Wow.
because
Yeah.
what happens, it brings you back to
It
the
does.
You
video.
know
And
what
I
it
go
is
back,
too? It's
yeah.
the same amount of traction as the music going on. Like how we talked
Yeah.
about earlier, the artist getting paid half for
Yeah.
the music and half for the
I mean?
content.
Man, I should start doing that.
Wow,
We
Not
paid
you
off for
crossing your hands
Shit.
looking up. Oh, damn it, shit.
Shit,
I
it's not
had
good,
this.
man.
It was like back in the day, early TikTok, and there was a guy who was like talking about how you can speak words. He's like, you can flip, fuck, and tongue every single fucking word that comes out of your mouth. And I was like, damn, that's kind of hot. And it was when Cardi B's song. Was it Up or WAP or one of them? And
Right.
I commented something like, I want you to park that like big verbal truck in my audible little garage. And I had like 37,000 likes on that comment. And I was like, damn, bitch, I could have, listen, if every like was a penny,
Damn, that's what
I could have had a
Something.
nice ass meal tonight.
Right.
Like,
$37.
$37. Hey, that's a nice little chunk.
what you mean 37?
Hey, that's a nice
That would be
chunk,
like
though.
$370.
Oh, my bad. I'm not good at
Oh
math.
my God, the
My bad.
mathematics.
man.
We didn't carry
Yeah.
the cereal. We didn't carry the
That's why I didn't
cereal.
pass my drone test. You know what I mean? Anyway,
we didn't carry the cereal.
we didn't carry the zero remainder or whatever. Yeah, anyways.
Right.
Right.
Fractions.
PEMDAS, bro.
But yeah, man. I was gonna ask, like, what advice would you give someone? Because I try to like hop on TikTok and make videos, but like I get like the whole cringe factor, and I get you said you're in control of it. You can delete whatever you want, crop whatever you want out of it. But I get on there, I'm like, nah. As soon as I see myself on camera, I'm like, nah, this is cringy.
Why though?
I don't know. And it's not even, I don't, like, I've posted videos and I don't even care what people say. I've seen comments, I got in bad comments and stuff like that. And I didn't even care, to be honest. But it's just like, to me, like, looking at myself like, what am I doing? You know what I mean? What am I doing? You know?
You'd be surprised at like the type of like reaction you'd get from people, because people enjoy watching what feels representative to them of themselves.
Big facts.
And that's why people have kinks and all like that sexual shit. Like they want to get into the things that they feel good about, like sexually. People want to eat the food that makes them feel good. People want to watch the people that make them feel represented. Like there's videos that I have where I'm like, that wasn't a good take.
Right.
Not because of what I said, not because of anything else. Usually for me, it's like the audio or the lighting, like shit like that. But don't be afraid to be cringy. There are people who have built personalities that have made hundreds of thousands of dollars off of the fact that their character on social media is cringy.
Do you remember that kid Fred?
Fred. Oh, yeah, the
Dude,
way
I
back in the day?
think, yeah, I think people like that are super important
Oh yeah,
to remember.
Fred.
Yeah.
Bro, do you think he gave a fuck about anyone?
Not
That,
a
bro.
fucking-
If you ask me, that guy Fred, if you put him right now at his peak, right here in front of us, he'd probably have the biggest balls out of all of us.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
dead ass.
Motherfucker, like he stood against the world and
He
he
really
made his money
did.
and he entertained kids and people.
And
Yeah.
didn't he have like a show on like a major
I
fucking
think
platform?
it was about to
I think
take
so.
off, but I don't know if I'm right. Something happened on the back end that fucked him over.
Oh yeah.
Or some shit.
Wasn't
or,
there
or
something
maybe
with-
he didn't want to sign his soul.
Could be. Let's talk about that right now.
Let's do it.
Have you dealt with anything like that? Anything a little sketchy? Like,
Stop,
hey,
bro, stop.
sign over with
Stop.
us,
Stop
and
the
all you
camera.
gotta do is
Stop
just
the camera.
say,
Sorry.
I've
Stop.
all you gotta do is just give us your soul or something like
I
that.
haven't dealt with anything like that because I'm pretty like good about figuring out like the
The scammies,
the
stuff like that.
vibe of
The
what shit
scamies.
is. I don't see myself even getting close to those types of offers because I wouldn't permit myself to even stand within the vicinity of that.
Yeah.
There's nothing more important to me than like my authenticity and my creativity, my faith to God, and like you cannot take that away. No amount of money is gonna make me want to give you the best parts of me in exchange for a couple houses, a few cars, and
Monetary
some
gain.
money.
Materialistic
You mean the
things.
shit? You
Yeah.
mean the shit that if someone shot me dead right now, I wouldn't even get to enjoy? And then I become a
Facts.
part of your fucking like puppeteering shit. I'm good.
One of many to them and shit.
One of many to them. Yeah, people got to realize like there is 1% of the earth, 1% of the world that owns the planet. controls the 5% that get the message out. And really, the 5% only has a reach about to the 10-12%. The rest of the people, they're fucking like, nah, we know better.
Yeah.
And you can kind of see who's been puppeteering. You can kind of see like who kind of gave themselves up. You can see who's being tested. And it'll never be like, you'll never get a phone call from some fucking major executive. It'll always be like, they'll start off with like a makeup artist.
Really?
Oh, let's put you in eyeliner, but I'm a masculine man, or but I'm this and I'm that.
Oh, the little things that slowly press your boundaries and take it from you.
Well, they'll start priming you and they'll start conditioning you.
Grooming.
Thank you. That's the thing. Like that's how it starts. And before you know it, like when John Cena was at the award, what was it, the Oscars, like 3 years ago?
Right.
And he was presenting the award for best costume design, but he was naked. John Cena.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing that.
But what I'm saying here is John Cena.
Yeah, but dude,
in front of his quote unquote peers, naked, simply satisfying the fact that he has gay overlords.
Yeah. There was another. My bad.
Go, my bad.
The other movie. I don't know if you've seen that movie. I don't know if it led into that movie. Something Stanicky, whatever he's in. But it's literally the covers of the movie is him like in a Britney Spears like school fit, him on the ground with makeup all like ruined, and then like his
Stanicky or something like that,
and then like his co-actors around him. It kind of looks a little strange, you know. So kind of like
they'll do that. They'll tell you they'll tell you everything that they're doing is it's so hidden, but their karmic prophecy tells them that they have to somehow put it out there for it to be perceived in order for their like satanic, demonic, whatever agendas to push through. Even like everything, like colors have different connotations, shapes have different connotations. Like the things that like I could be like, oh, I like a circle because it's just one of my favorite shapes. Like truly, for some reason, growing up, my favorite shape was always a circle. And it was like, well, like the demonic and the satanic and this. I'm like, okay, to me, it's just a fucking circle. It's just 360.
The thing is, you can find that. You can just as much as you can find the good in everything, you can find the bad in everything. There's always double meaning with everything. And stuff like that. Like for example, some words in Spanish or in English could be pronounced super foul in another language. You know what I mean? There's only so many things that exist. So they're gonna have double meaning.
Everything that
but there's a bunch of symbolism in like the whole industry.
Yeah, I think it's a symbolism, a part of the karmic law that you just said.
The karmic like prophecy. I think so. They kind of have to tell you, and like they've gotten pretty good about hiding certain things, and like I know if you guys remember the music industry from like what was it like 2004 to like 2010. Bruh, I was like the checkerboards and shit like that. Like everybody was. I was like, damn, is the Illuminati running low on like inventory?
You know what it was for me? I think I was in high school, so I was like 16 or something at the time. I remember being so. Dude, I kept seeing the little triangle in the eye everywhere fucking much. I kid you not. I remember specifically every day for a month straight, 30 days straight, I would see it. It's everywhere, something new, some kind of media, comic background, anything. And I got to the point of, you know what, fuck this, I'm done. I don't care anymore. You have no control of me.
Take my soul.
I'm done. No, I straight up said, I'm done hearing it. I don't care. I see it everywhere. I'm done having it follow me.
Yeah.
I think for me, it started like, someone had said, it was like a YouTube suggestion to play songs backwards.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, what the fuck is this? And then before I even started like looking at the videos that give you like the subtitles to what the message is, I was like, you can hear them saying something. Like Britney Spears' Baby One More Time, in a roundabout way, she says backwards when it's played, she says, sleep with me, I'm not too young.
What the heck? No way.
The hell?
And then Lady Gaga's Paparazzi, which y'all know about Lady Gaga. At this point, if you don't know about Lady Gaga, Jesus.
Come on, you've seen her acting too.
That's my ex.
Anyways,
her acting is great. Like
no, excuse me. The roles she played that only fuels to what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you were saying.
So like, what the fuck was I even saying? Oh, Lady Gaga's Paparazzi. It says something like, "We model ourselves in the arts of Lucifer."
Dang.
Like I claim energy with that. Jesus. Like
that is such a bold phrasement. I mean, a phrase to be put together. It's not an accident. You know what I'm saying?
It's all like, and then there's all those rumors that like every house like that's a big LA home has like tunnels underneath it that go into like that's part of the reason why did you notice how the LA fires happened they started in a very particular area, very particular homes. That's because streets is saying
streets is talking, man.
The streets is saying that those homes being burned down was allegedly intentional to hide evidence of what everyone held on to for what they did during like the Diddy parties.
Full circle.
And how every time there's a Super Bowl before the artist goes on stage, like a day or so before they go on stage, they sacrifice and like kill a kid or some shit like that. Like I'm over here like all of this for what? Like you could just get up on stage, sing your fucking song, collect your money and leave. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be like y'all don't have to be doing all this shit. Like you really don't.
But
it's like
that's how you know that evil's like controlling all that. You know what I mean? Like it's all behind that because you don't have to do it. Like why? Like we could put on a performance.
But
like
they threaten them. They like people get put into situations where like big people who control shit come into your house. They might hold a gun to your daughter and said, "You're gonna do this, or I'm gonna kill her."
Yeah.
Then what happens?
You do it.
Then what happens? Then you become a fucking slave to this shit.
Yeah, you're selling your soul.
You're selling your soul.
That's what I'm saying. There is evil, like and all that. You know what I mean?
No, there is. But like my thing is like I want to be successful in what I'm doing as a content creator because of the work that I'm putting.
Right.
I don't want to be like I by no means think that I'm mediocre. I think I'm truly like talented. I think I'm truly gifted in what I'm doing, and I know that about myself. Like I work fucking hard. I mean, shit, I've put friendships on the line. Like, I have to have conversations every week with my husband about, like, hey, if it gets to be too much, if I'm not present too much, like, fucking pull me out. Let me know. Like, if you need me to fucking scrub toilets and do shit around the house, like, let me know because I get so in my work.
Yeah.
But that's what I would rather be known for, is, like, a fucking hard worker who actually is, like, aligned with God in my fucking purpose for what I'm doing. Like, I might smoke a little weed. I might drink a little bit, but like
in moderation.
We
know we're not perfect, and you're holding yourself. You're acknowledging that. Coming back full circle, dude. I think that's why a lot of artists we've seen it don't take off. No. They don't sell that part of themselves. They don't give up their business. They don't give up their art, their passion, and they don't give up their souls. You know, to get to that level of a site.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Like, for me, it was y'all remember the singer Jessie J?
Yeah.
It's not about the money.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
She should be way fucking bigger than what she is.
So should Kesha.
No, but she went through a lot.
Kesha went through a lot. Kesha was like, Kesha went through that stuff. Kesha was like in the Illuminati, like fucking MK Ultra. If you were, she had a song.
Look at Justin Bieber right now. He's
crazy.
Man,
look at Britney Spears.
Especially Britney Spears.
Look
bro,
at
did you
what
see
they're
that video
doing.
where they were explaining from back from the 2000s, where like she gave such a out of it performance, but they were reflecting that was the night before. It was believed she might have been drugged or the day before.
Because she was partying with Diddy the night before.
Yeah, and then the fact that the camera pans to Diddy out of all people. Yeah, and it's just like,
and he
wow.
makes a smirk.
Yeah, it's so eye opening. At the same time, so heartbreaking. Bro.
Are you ready for this one? Remember when I think it was like 2019, 2020. I can't remember the year. Britney was in a like mental health facility in Beverly Hills or some shit like that, and she's like, "Oh, I'm here because I'm just taking some time for myself." A mile and a half around the corner of that mental health facility, guess whose house resided a mile and a half away? Diddy.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Connecting the
dots.
fucking
crazy.
Damn.
Like y'all thought Epstein was an issue, and if you're anything like me, I'm listening to that Aubrey O'Day podcast on Apple Podcasts right now, where she's like talking about the Diddy trial. She just had D Woods from Danity Kane do like a little interview and like all of this shit. Like we thought Epstein was an issue. No, like.
I think there's a bunch of Epsteins and Diddy's.
There's a bunch.
There's a whole. It's not just.
It's not just Epstein and Diddy. There's a whole bunch of like.
Some people argue that he's not just the surface level to it, yes, of course, but the almost quote unquote scapegoat, and then or just distracting people from what other people's going on. You know what I mean? Like there's bigger fish to fry.
Like if you think Diddy is making money off of the like dirty, like dark room work that he's done, there are people controlling Diddy that are profiting trillions.
Unbelievable amounts of
Like,
money.
and the way that you say that, well, even like the same thing with like the music industry, how it works is so fucking insane. It's a loan. You take out a loan. It's a bank.
Definitely.
They sign you for, like, for example, Cardi B's thing with Atlantic. They gave her the biggest deal. That's why she signed with them. They gave her 10 million allegedly. And what that 10 million is supposed to do is you're supposed to use it to fund your album. And then you are supposed to, you make, like, because Cardi writes her raps. Maybe not all of them.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's one of those artists that actually
But-
does
Yeah.
write a good amount of
She
her own
does
stuff.
her work.
Yeah.
So she makes
So does
point.
Nicki.
Oh, 100%. Nicki Minaj.
Nicki.
Shout out, Nicki.
Shout out Nicki Minaj. Shout out
writes
Nika
your-
Tanya Mirage.
She writes her own lyrics.
She writes her own raps. But the thing is, like with Cardi, she'll get points per, like, every album has 100 points on it, and however many points you have allotted is how many pennies to the dollar you're making. So if I have 7 points, I'm making 7 cents for every dollar sold. Now the label is going to recoup the most because they need to make back the 10 million that you just spent, but you also earn, like, as an artist, you'll earn that 7 cents for every dollar along the way, kind of thing. But the fact that it's a loan, and then now labels are looking at, like, picking up independent artists who have X amount of followers, X amount of this stuff, X amount of that stuff. Like, your favorite rappers, your favorite musical artists, they're probably about 5 or 6 paychecks away from being broke.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what reality that people don't realize is that they are a business. Each artist
Is a
just name
business.
each of the individual rappers.
That's-
They are their own business, own company, equivalent to a mom and pop brick
Yeah.
shop. And then it has to make its own money, it's its own image and own style. But yeah, exactly. Like, say you're making a restaurant, it's not gonna make money for a good 4 years. You know what I'm saying? It's
You
the same
actually,
thing.
there's no return on a restaurant within. You said it perfectly. You're running off of a loan.
Yeah.
For the first 3 to 4 years of just a restaurant. You don't see a fucking, like, you don't start going into, like, the black, like, financially,
Yeah.
for like 4 or 5 years.
Not to mention, there's contracts in the sense of you have to give us this amount of a set amount of projects, like
Yes.
7 mixtapes, 5 albums, yada
Yeah.
yada.
That's why a lot of them drop shitty albums. Like this shit was whack. This
That-
is like that. It's because they're not into
Megan
it.
the Stallion. Not to say that her stuff that she dropped was shitty, but she had like a 3 album deal with 1501 Entertainment or 300 Entertainment, whatever the fuck she was signed to. She released a mixtape, but the label she was signed to was like, well, that's not an album. Like, she released an album called Good News, and that was her debut. And then she released something for the Hotties, but that was a mixtape. And then she released Trauma Zine, and then I think she had to have another one released that counted like against an album, like an album project sold. But then rumor has it allegedly that Rock Nation purchased her out of her contract. That's the other thing too, is people literally become buyable.
Yeah.
Like Dawn from Danity Kane.
yeah.
She made it into the band because she signed a bad deal as an independent artist, and Diddy, like, bought her out of it. So that's why she was in Danity Kane. She didn't make shit money. That's why she went to Diddy Dirty Money, didn't make shit money. All this is information y'all can look up online.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like
Then you get turned into the whole I saved you, you owe me.
right, and that's
Right.
what I'm saying is, like, these executives are making, there are if you, whoever you think is in power, no. And plot twist, I learned this from, like, I've been fucking peeping Iggy Azalea's tweets because occasionally she'll drop gems about the music industry. Mind you, she was huge. She was
And then
hella
she flopped.
huge.
I don't know her.
But then she flopped, like, quote unquote, she flopped more here, bro. She's from out there.
She dropped her first album. She earned a Grammy off of that first album.
Fire.
Fancy is still like the #1 female rap song to stay.
It's like set in stone. It's a
It's
classic.
set in stone.
Yeah.
But she also said, she's like, if y'all think that, like, the head of Sony is in charge or the head of Universal is in charge, she goes, there are 2 men who run the entire music industry.
Like,
2.
every bit of it.
Like,
every single company.
Like, if you have Sony and
a whole
RCA,
umbrella, yeah.
and then there's these 2 dudes up here, and they purposefully make record labels that go against each other. They both profit from. The same thing with
That's what- that's what
imagine
everything-
owning the problem and the solution.
the thing.
That's
The
what everything,
reason
bro.
why they created the solution was because they saw the problem.
That's the whole thing. Like with like Pepsi and Coke, they're all from the same thing, but
They're
like,
all from the same fucking thing.
and then that's people fought for it. Cause there's Chevy and Ford, and like, oh, I'm a
Same
Chevy
fucking
guy, I'm
thing.
Ford, and like they're all the same thing.
They're
You're
all
just
the same thing.
You're helping them out at the end of the day. You're
Yeah.
making them money. And
It's
like,
it's what's the word? Oligarchy.
something like that.
I think
yeah.
is the word. Same thing with television. Everyone's like, well, I'm not going to watch CNN. I'm going to watch Fox. I'm not going to watch a Democratic
I don't
station. I'll
support
watch
that.
a
I support
Republican.
over
Or
here.
I'm not going to, whatever. Viacom and Comcast own everything. Viacom
Yeah.
and Comcast
We're
own.
slaves,
Viacom
man.
owns the entertainment portion.
Yeah.
Viacom owns MTV, BET, VH1, Viacom. And that Viacom, I think, also has stake in like Disney and everything else. Comcast is where you get your CNN, your Fox, your local county broadcasting station. Comcast.
Wow.
Viacom and Comcast own everything we see on TV. Two men, one of them is Isaac. I don't know his last name, but one of them is allegedly Isaac. Owns the entire him and his friend own the entire music industry.
That's freaking
So if
crazy.
Rihanna is making like a couple $1 million off of album sales, do you know how much
They're
money these men are making?
billions.
Like these men are the 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah. Not to change course, but to say exactly on that same notion, that's the same thing with the food companies. So, all
yeah.
the chicken is coming from the same distributor.
People, same
Majority.
fucking people. And that's okay. You bring up something.
Go ahead. Let it out.
Take it away.
Take it away.
Let me lubricate.
Anyways, this is sponsored by
Yeah.
KFC. No, just
No. So the thing that gets me really irked is y'all know that whole Bill Gates thing where he
He's
had
buying all the
lab
farmland
grown-
and shit?
Yeah. So he bought 220 million acres of land,
There
farmland.
should be a limit on that.
There should be a
Anyways.
limit on the fact that I think that's what I don't know if that's what's going on with this administration or the previous one, but one of them was like, we should limit foreigners should not be able to buy American soil. Correct.
right.
Someone in China should not be purchasing up American soil.
The same thing vice versa.
Period.
Vice versa.
And period. The same thing vice versa. Like if you go and buy land, buy it in the country that you're a
Yeah.
citizen of. Period.
Yeah.
He had bought 220 million acres of farmland, which is a lot. And he was paying money. Like one of the pieces of farmland that got sold is right by my house.
No way. For us?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not just one chunk of the country. It's all over.
It's
All over.
chunks
Yeah.
of the country.
Oh, I thought it was one big part.
No. And he
Endeavor.
did that all during the summer of 2020.
Oh, when everyone was distracted.
Everyone was distracted. They changed the food. They changed the food sizes. They changed the ingredients.
All that
if-
shrinkflation.
shrinkflation. If you look at the back of certain ingredients and you say it lists ingredients, they have to now tell you this product contains a bioengineered food product. So the thing with Bill Gates was he was doing that thing where he was crock pot cooking chicken that came from cancer cells.
Yeah.
And so his brand, if anybody's listening, the Bill Gates brand is called Appeal, APEEL. Don't fucking buy anything from there. Don't fucking do it. The thing with food, this is what gets me, is you're telling me that all of the chicken across the restaurants in America are organic and free range when we have how many thousands of KFCs, McDonald's, and then we got how many thousands of sports bars and all of this shit.
Like put it in perspective.
Like,
How is
some of
every
that shit
single
is
one-
human meat. Like, I'm
exactly.
sorry.
Or it's just
That's
not real. Like
exactly-
how?
oh
Think
my
about it,
God.
bro.
Some of that
How
shit's
are all these
raccoon.
places stocked up
all of that, and for months.
for months?
Stocked
Because
up
you
on
need
it
to
for
restock
months.
every day. Think about it. Every day we eat food. You go to a fast food restaurant. They're all gonna need to recuperate after that
Yeah.
day. Where's it coming from?
Where's it coming from?
And it's not. And that's the whole thing. Because I think we talked about it. I talked to my little brother. That supposedly the whole human meat thing, whatever.
I feel like we've been eating human meat for years.
You know what I heard?
The whole thing, the
Okay.
whole my bad.
We'll come
The
back to it.
cemetery. You don't see a lot of cemeteries being made.
Yeah.
Supposedly
How come there's
cremated.
new
cremated.
ones?
Yeah, there's been no new cemeteries.
That's
Think
just
about
weird,
it.
strange.
From my understanding, cremations, yeah, they've been a thing, but I feel like they've only really picked up in popularity in the last
I feel
10 years.
yeah,
But think about it. All
that's
the
how
time
I wanna
before
go.
that, all the time before that, how come there was no new plots of land being bought to make cemeteries?
Exactly.
I feel like the only time you see cemeteries are the ones been puesto, like they've
Or
been
when
there.
people go missing.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it's
shit
crazy.
like
So
that.
many people go missing, and maybe the average day person doesn't know someone about that's gone missing too much. But it's so
all
our
connected.
country's huge. You know
It's
what I'm
all
saying?
connected.
It's so easy to go.
Our
listen to-
country is. That's the other thing people forget is not just I can't speak for the rest of the world, but do you know how much land there is in America?
between?
huge. It's
someone,
like its own country.
if
It
you
is.
would, if you could stack up some, I saw this thing on TikTok that's like all of the people in the United States
Could fit in Texas
could fit in like California.
or something.
Oh, like
yeah.
just compact.
Like
Yeah.
if you compacted everyone and gave them like an acre of land, every like family and every person in the United States could fit in. I think it's either California, Texas, or both.
If
together.
California, if this place was just flat,
If
straight,
the places were just flat, so if Cali was just flat, old Cali,
yeah,
you can
fit
fit
the whole entire country
the
there.
entire country in the state of California, or something like that.
Something
I
like
know
that.
there's like a weird statistic, or like even when people talked about Australia, like 90% of Australia lives on the coastal line.
Yeah,
That's how it's
yeah.
exactly here in the United States. It's mostly all like coastal line. Sure, there's in the middle, like
Sure, we
whatever
got a
states.
couple people, but we all
Yeah.
live coastally.
Yeah, and then you think about it too. There's a bunch of land in the middle, and then there's the whole national park thing. I don't know if you want to get into it, but like national parks, people go missing, this and that. And there's a lot of strange shit. Like, and it's
Oh,
like
like at Superstition Springs Mountains, right up the road from here.
you should go and do it. Let's go check it out
Should go.
sometime.
You know what I want to go check out? I want to check out the monkey farm. To see
Oh,
the
that's
building
I
still.
don't know if it's still there.
Oh,
It's
my
probably
God.
gone.
Yeah, it's over there.
Well, I
like-
mean, the building's probably still there, but the monkey farm, it lives.
ever heard of it?
No.
So they're like on North Mesa, Gilbert.
Is
like,
it what, Power Road or Val Vista?
one of those areas.
So you take, I think it was Power Road. You take one of those roads all the way down, heading east, right? north until it ends, and then a mile or two on foot on dirt, or take some AT off
Oh
road
my
shit.
God.
You'll get to like an old facility, and there's news clips of it where it used to be an old lab testing where they used to do animal experiments.
Here?
And stuff. Yeah, here in Mesa,
Yeah.
off Mesa.
Yeah.
And then, but the
Bruh.
thing is, a lot of people tried it. Maybe this is what at its peak, but a lot of people would try over there to go over there and explore, and they would get run off by people that were already there and like in
Yeah.
ATVs and shit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the only footage that I have of it is it was on drone footage. And I think I knew it.
Something.
It's gonna get.
I think I know a guy who's about to take his test.
I think I knew a guy who owns a drone.
Oh shit!
You don't need it.
two
You
guys.
don't-
I know two guys who own drones,
Oh shit.
and they're looking at each other right now.
I say we investigate this monkey farm.
We should go check out Superstition Mountains.
Hey, I'm so
Take a
down.
little
What if we
trip.
do like a little segment like that? We go check some shit out.
I'm so down.
Some haunted
I'm
type
so
shit,
down.
yeah.
I'm so down to do haunted shit. I shouldn't be into that, but
Me too.
I love how
Mhm.
I'm a God-fearing hood rat has a Ouija board in my
Oh,
closet. Like,
heck
hell
no.
no, bro.
What are we doing here? Maybe that's why whatever happened with the audio happened.
maybe,
I don't
maybe it
know.
did. I don't know.
The
I'm-
forces of evil, whatever.
Girl,
Yeah, whatever.
That's
type
a
shit.
real thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like the food industry is such a fucking scam.
It is.
Yeah.
And I feel like the hygiene industry is a fucking scam.
Oh,
Like,
real
Yeah.
quick before we go off topic, I heard this comment that made like a really valid point with the food industry thing. You know how you're saying that some of it is not cleansed meat and it's not straight. It's
Yeah.
tainted as fuck.
it's
it could be
diseased.
It could be a person. It could be human or whatever. All this shit. I saw that someone made out a point that it's not to keep us sick, yes, but it's to keep us in sin. So
Yeah.
you've been
Yeah.
consuming this
You've been
this negative
sinning
energy.
your whole life.
Yeah.
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 That's why the world's
Pic-
crumbling.
Picture like wanting to go against God so bad that you unknowingly put people in positions where they are unaware that
We were
they
just
are
talking about
committing
this right
sin.
now. Yeah.
Wow.
Like picture no, so not you know what that tells me though, if that's even the case, that tells me that these demonic, satanic, evil forces understand the power of God.
They do.
True.
We were just talking about this earlier before you came. We were talking about like the whole crazy, how the world's getting crazy and God.
The
and all
world's
this stuff.
insane, dude.
It is.
Like I'm like this can't be the same place that I grew up with in like the late 90s, early 2000s.
This can't be the same Arizona heat from back in the day. But anyways,
Bitch,
No, it wasn't.
This can't be the same hose water I drank out of and didn't fucking
Uh-uh.
get sick. Like, I really feel like that's such a valid thing. Is like, I feel like these forces of evil know that the power of God is large and ubiquitous, that they are doing everything they can to ensure that people do not make it to heaven. People do not have everlasting eternal bliss.
People don't follow their
People
faith.
don't follow their
People
faith.
don't stay.
And
on the
see, that's
track.
where I'm like, okay, we gotta, like, if you know these forces are out there, do better, make better choices.
Yeah.
It's gonna be harder, but like my relationship with Jesus is the best relationship I'm ever gonna have. I love my husband, and I know that's contradictory for some people. Like, how could you be gay but love Jesus? I'm like, well, how could you love Jesus and beat your wife? I don't know. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we're not gonna get into that.
Yeah.
But like, I love God. I love my husband. I love my sister. I love myself. Like, and I'm doing everything I can. I'm like, just be a good person. Like, there are times where I slip up.
Oh yeah.
And there are times where I'm like, listen, I know God's gonna handle it, but can I just expedite the process? Like,
Oh yeah,
No,
definitely.
definitely.
can I just beat somebody's ass one time? Like,
Can we all make mistakes?
can we all like listen?
Can I just
we,
make one more mistake?
Listen, Jesus, can I just like immunity necklace this real quick? And can you turn your back for one
Turn your
second?
cheek.
Hey, God, go handle something in like Bosnia. Like, please. Like, knowing me, that's,
you're kind of busy.
yeah, just pretend, go answer somebody. I know they're calling you.
Yeah.
Like, God, go answer them. I'm good here. I got a crossbow and an AK. I'm so good. Damn, we about to Second Amendment the fuck out of this bitch. Like,
Ooh,
Yeah, dude. Crazy. I mean, I don't want to get off topic with the Second Amendment because it got tainted. Well, not tainted. They're we're gonna get political. The whole thing they're changing, they're changing the birthright thing.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that
I don't know.
earlier.
I fear about them fucking with the Second Amendment.
wait, what's the birth
Like
rate?
the whole thing with Trump that he's taking away I don't know how it is, but like you got to have at least one parent that's naturally born American in order to be considered. Like if you're if you
U.S.
have that
citizen,
kid,
so
yeah.
the birthright U.S. citizenship, your right to be
Yeah.
an American from birth. They take it away. It's official now. They took it away in some states in the country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tennessee, Louisiana,
Of
North
course.
Dakota,
Sounds familiar. Yeah.
Utah, all those ones. Arizona's not affected, but what me and him were discussing, we need to dive deeper and actually do research. I don't
Yeah.
know if it's in the sense of like, if I was to have a kid right now, but in Arizona is not in that change, he would still have papers, right?
Yeah.
yeah, he'd be a citizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there, but if I have this kid in Utah, is the kid not gonna have papers anymore?
Probably not. Yeah.
Wait, but I'm a U.S. citizen though. I was born here.
But are your parents U.S. citizens? Well, now they are, but
No, but it's saying the mom and the dad or whatever. So the
it's all
parent.
it's tricky. But like
I don't know. We gotta dive deeper.
Yeah,
That's what we
but-
shouldn't talk about. We'll talk about it later. Next one.
Yeah, next one.
Next one.
Anyways.
Yeah. Have you again? What?
Um,
You got
Yeah.
something for him?
What?
You got something for him?
What are you talking about, Michael?
Oh, no, it's my bad.
Anyways,
I,
man.
I get like I try not to get too fucking political. 'cause
Yeah,
you can't please anybody, and everyone is always. I'll say the only thing I'll say about politics is this, just so everyone is crystal clear who might be listening on my stance on things. I think that you should just let people be themselves. Stop trying to attack children. Stop trying to fucking attack adults. Stop attacking religion. Stop attacking people's ability to freely be themselves. But so long as that freedom is safe and you aren't harming anyone, I don't get into that shit because I think a lot of the times people ask you political opinions because they want to make sure you are aligned with them.
Oof, that's true.
Sometimes they just want to ruffle your feathers too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm over here like it's hard to ruffle somebody's feathers who is from technically a fucking communist country. When I migrated here, we can get into that. I'll talk about that. Like migrating here.
So how was that? So can you remind us again? What age did you come here?
Yeah,
like,
so
where did you come from? Again?
Yeah, and definitely like in that same notion. How was
Where
the
are you
culture
from,
shock
brother?
Here?
Oh
you know?
shit, where am I from? Yeah, so I migrated to the United States from Bosnia and Herzegovina in the summer of 1995.
Nice.
And Bosnia was technically at the time, and I could be very wrong, and I'm so sorry for any like mistaked statements I'm going to make right now. This is just running off of memory. I think Bosnia at the time was a communist country. But it was running well. And if you look up communism, which is borderline what New York is about to fucking get into, if you've been hearing that guy who's like running for governor or mayor or some shit, he's like, billionaires don't need to exist. This violence is a social construct. You're talking about violence being a social construct and billionaires don't need. What the fuck are you? Where are we?
That's crazy.
Like if you were to say this shit in the 90s, you'd get decked. Talking about violence is like not existent. Oh, okay. So if somebody gets shot dead,
and you're talking peak New York too.
and you're talking New York,
New York, baby.
Okay, so
Brooklyn.
came from
where
Bosnia.
you can still get $1.50 and a slice of pizza in the same block.
Okay, and you can get a sample of like the little Fenty.
Oh shit.
Get a little
the
Fenty
same-
lean
same-
going.
yeah.
Listen,
Go
okay,
ahead,
you
go
walk
ahead.
3 feet, you can go to a park, you can feed a pigeon, play chess, get a little slice of pizza, get a little Fenty lean, like whatever you want. No, so I came from Bosnia, summer of 1995. It was me, my mom, and my dad. My sister was born later here, so she is a birthright citizen. At the time, I don't know what they're getting into now, but so Bosnia at the time was a communist country, and I think a lot of the people who are pushing certain political advances and certain social advances in the United States have no fucking idea what communism actually looks like and what socialism actually looks like until you're in it and you try to get out, but you can't. I.e., what is it, North Korea?
Yeah, North Korea.
North Korea is the one.
North Korea is the bad one.
The South is the one.
I go
really
South
free.
Seoul, like South Seoul, Korea, as I'm like, okay, that's a good one.
South is free.
South is free. Look at North Korea.
Crazy.
You want that shit?
Isn't that Cuba
here?
too?
Yeah, Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, Cuba has the whole restrictions, and Cuba has the whole restrictions on like how much milk, sugar, and all these
rations.
rations you can have.
Yeah.
Imagine being told that, bro.
Damn.
And then they put a cap on how much you can make, so then you birth in all these new businesses and hustles, which is awesome. But it's so unfortunate to be told how to live your life.
Exactly. So if that shit were to ever come here, this is about as patriotic as I'm gonna fucking get with this.
America.
If y'all tell me that I can only make so much money, even though I pay my fair share of taxes, if y'all can tell me I can only have so many guns or so many things, get the fuck, I'm killing you.
Yeah, fuck that.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm gonna have shooters.
It's an expression.
It's an expression. Listen, I'm from the 602. I still talk to shooters and drivers to this day.
I got peoples. peoples.
Yeah, Diddy had people. I'm not Diddy, but I have like 1 or 2 or 500. But no, so coming here and the culture shock was insane because here in America, life is so fast.
You're right.
Like shit is so fucking quick, and it's impossible to be that person that's like, let's just take it easy. Over in Bosnia. Like here, we work to live.
Right.
Over there, they live to work. Like like my uncle, he owns his own like doctor's office type shit. He's got a new plot of land in the middle of a forest. Is growing his own berries and making his own bread. He's just living a natural life. Like that man is literally he's gonna live to be 1 million.
And they're happy too. They're really
so thrilled. They don't need the internet. They don't need TikTok. They don't need all of that shit. They're just like, let's watch our favorite TV show. Let's go for a walk. Let's go feel the fresh like river air breeze. Like it's so simple. Like when I went last summer, I dropped a bunch of fucking weight over there. I went to I'll be honest about this. I went into
that's
Bosnia.
crazy. Yeah.
I went into Bosnia 310 pounds.
Right.
17 days later, I walk out of Bosnia 280.
Dang.
And I was eating the same amount of food.
Were you eating a lot?
I was eating the same amount of food.
That's funny because I just got to El Salvador a month ago. And me and my brother, we were just eating like crazy.
And you were losing weight.
No, I didn't know that. I felt bloated, but I felt like bigger. I came back and I was like, gym, and I felt like, oh, I'm way more. And then I checked the scale. It went down.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. I was like, what the? And I told my brother, look, I was eating all this junk food and all that shit.
Yeah, literally.
And look at it.
I'm eating the same things over there that I was eating
I heard of a lot of Americans saying that when they like go travel for like a good amount of time, a week plus, to other countries, any other part of the world, they'll lose weight while eating the same or more.
It's
the simple fact that
the
food's cleaner, the food's fresher, more accessible. It's such a shame, man.
Say that part again. The food's what? More
it's cleaner,
accessible.
fresher, and accessible.
And you know what's crazy? I had the best like chicken thigh on the side of the beach. Best chicken I've ever tasted. Ever in a different
country. And it wasn't human meat. That's crazy.
Definitely wasn't a human burger.
Like there was a difference.
When I go to like Bosnian grocery stores, they're not like big grocery stores like the way you have like Fry's or Walmart or something here.
Mega stores.
They're they're grocery stores the size of this fucking studio.
Right.
The very first thing they promote that they put out front is fruits.
Oh yeah.
So nice.
They'd be like, and it's not just like it's not prepackaged in some bag or box. It's like if you want one apple, you just take it.
One serving? Yeah.
You take and the apple is fucking the size of a golf ball the way an apple should be.
Dude, okay, check this out. So my girl's parents, they have their own chickens in the back. And then I don't know if you want to get technical with the species of chicken, but dude, the little eggs are so tiny.
Yeah.
Like
they're supposed to be small.
Yeah, they're so tiny. Like 2 or 3 of those eggs, 2.5 almost, is the equivalent to what we'd be used to from like one egg, at least 2 of them. It's so crazy, bro. They're tiny as hell. You never see eggs that small at the supermarket.
If you remember, like, and I'm not saying like you have to, because I don't think any of us were born, but like, we as a population were smaller in the 60s.
Oh yeah,
bro.
there's videos of the kids in like working out in high school and everything. They're like
they're fucking like men back in the 60s. They had that triangular body.
Exactly.
You know, if you want proof right now, you can go to downtown Phoenix, one of the older original buildings.
Yeah.
I think it's called the Roosevelt, the one that has that 2-story building on
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
edge. Right there, the ceilings are so short because of that. Because people were
We'd be
smaller.
giants.
Well,
to
even
them.
Hotel San Carlos, if you've been,
Yeah.
We should check that one out, too.
The width of the door is
Yeah.
smaller framed.
We'd be
So
giants.
smaller than this door?
Smaller than this door.
Wow.
A little bit smaller.
Itty
Like
bitty.
probably like the size of that.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Like we're
Big bags. No.
I mean,
We're
think
the
about
bigger
it. Like
bags.
we're the bigger backs.
That's what I'm saying. We're big bags. Yeah, that's what I'm
big
saying.
back and better, bitch. But no, I think like this stuff that's been happening has been happening like for a year. I think it started in the 80s. I think like
In the 90s, you see the difference. From like, let's say
Yeah.
the 70s to like 80s where it happens. In the 90s is where like you saw the...
the biggest of people are bigger.
And it's just gradually getting
And
more
it's like
more.
the steroids they put in the food, the filler. Like I
Hormones,
remember
yeah.
like I remember going to school with girls who were like 12, 13 when I was in, elementary, middle school, and they looked like 12, 13-year-olds.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
were more flat-chested than me. And now, and I only got one good tit. And now, like, you're seeing 12, 13-year-olds have, like, fully developed bodies.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And I'm not talking about that
Scary.
in a perverse way.
No,
I'm just
no,
saying
it's-
observationally.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the things that we discussed in the fact that it's changing the hormones.
Well, same thing
that
with
we eat.
guys. Like, same thing with, like I didn't start developing, like, beard or
Yeah.
facial hair till I was, like, maybe 14, 15.
Right.
And now
You'll have fucking a
you'll
14-year-old,
have
a
fifth
15-year-old.
graders fucking pre-shaving.
Yeah, or you have a 15-year-old that looks like a 23-year-old.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, God.
That's
15-year-old
that's
boy
all
with
thing-
his beard and his height.
That's the
and
whole
shit.
thing with like this whole new younger generation. Whatever is it, Gen X? No, not
Gen X.
Gen Z. My bad. That they're
Now we're in Gen
they're
Alpha.
looking. Are we?
Yeah, because Gen Zers are now starting to have kids.
Oh damn! See,
What?
that's the whole thing. The Gen Zers look older than, compared to the millennials.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
We gonna always look better, bitch.
That's right.
We gave y'all hoes the internet. Have some fucking respect.
But I didn't even know.
It's crazy, man. It's the
I'm
food,
out
I
of it.
tell
I
you.
didn't even think about it. Damn, these Gen Zers aren't having kids. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
like Gen Z. Like I mean, think about it. We're in 2025. Gen Zers were born in 2000.
Damn.
So they're 25 years old. That's about the time when like some millennials were, popping babies and shit. For me, I'm like, I mean, I definitely like, there's some parts of me that feel 35,
Right.
obviously, bitch. But there's other parts of me where I'm like,
You still feel youthful, huh?
I'm like, I'm still fucking going.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, bitch, we really out here still going. And mind you, like, my mom, even when I'm back on, when I get like good on my skincare and diet regimen,
Yeah.
I look the.
Oops. Technical
Oopsies.
difficulties.
Sorry. I look like the best ever. Like it got to the point where I was like upkeeping my my health stuff like prior to my wedding. My mom was like, "How many units of Botox did you get?" And I'm like,
Oh,
"None, bitch."
Oh, was she serious though?
Yeah, she was dead ass. She's like,
Damn.
"Oh, where'd you get your Botox?" I'm like, "I didn't." And that's the other thing too is like, stop thinking that you can get like the best fucking skincare from like a CVS. Like really start research. Start eating your skincare. Start.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like
Yeah. It's an organ. I think people forget that your skin is an organ. So it
your
needs to be
skin
Yeah.
is an
it
organ.
needs treatment.
Yes.
the whole
Thank
thing
you.
that
And,
you're-
I need to practice what I preach, bro, because I'm glad we're bringing
Do
this
it.
up, because me and my girl were talking about this, that we're really trying to hit the gym again. I used to, in the beginning of the shows and all that stuff, I used to be really active with the gym, and
Same.
I had this knee injury, getting back on the grind. I just need...
This guy needs to get the fuck out. Knee injury.
It did.
If you
Yeah.
Anyways, whatever. It took me off my routine, and I'm
Yeah.
I need to lock back in and get back on that shit.
Yeah.
I would make the recommendation to not just jump into it. I would say like
Gradually?
the thing that I'm doing for
Ease into
myself
it.
is like, okay, let's try running a mile. Okay, cool. Let's try running a mile and a half. Okay, let's do a mile and a half plus weights.
What you guys need to do is walk.
walking.
I recommend walking.
Walking is literally what helped me start the diabetes reversal
Really?
process. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I need to do that. I need to do that, man.
September,
least a mile.
At least a mile every day.
Yeah.
So I live in a nice little gated community where the front door of my house to the front gate and back is exactly a mile.
Nice.
Nice.
Do it 3 times.
Yeah, literally.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I could.
You're good.
And then if you walk like the inward parts where like other houses
Yeah.
are, it front and back it's a mile and it's 1.75 miles. So I'm like,
okay,
"Ooh,
okay.
perfect." So the thing with me is like in September of last year, the day before my 34th birthday, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and it was insane. Like in fucking insane. I think I was like 283 pounds. I had gained a little bit of weight back since coming back from Bosnia. Obviously, the first thing you fucking do when you get back is like, I missed American food.
Yeah.
And I was like, I missed real fucking like Mexican food. Like
Yeah.
I try to go over to some Mexican restaurants in Bosnia and like Serbia and all that. I was like, this ain't.
They have them there?
I mean, they have like
idea of
chips
it?
and salsa.
Oh, okay.
The idea of it, and I was like, this ain't shit.
But it's not a real Mexican
It's
back
not
there
re-
cooking.
No, bitch. Like, so I had gotten my diagnosis,
Yeah.
and then
That was me.
oh, bitch.
Chubbs McGee.
Oh, bitch.
Around 305 ish.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even know the difference
Oh
back
my
then. I couldn't even
God.
see
You
it.
could really like your face looks slimmer.
Look at him
Yeah.
shining right now.
You're-
But
We're gonna put a picture.
do you
up
know
on
what
the
all
thing.
that? Walking. I mean,
Walking.
sure, I do lift weights and try to eat okay.
Walking is literally like
walking is key, man.
Walking saves you.
It does.
And it's crazy, bro. It's the simplest thing you can do. It's the thing you can start right now, and we all have that some sense of space to walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's excessive. You might not have a scenic view, but you have the distance. Go
Put
over
on
there
some
and come in.
headphones.
and
Get
walk
the fuck.
back.
And if I could just recommend,
free.
It's free. If I could recommend one thing is walk while the sun is still out, like not
that
fucking
vitamin,
high
yeah.
noon shit.
So
But
it's
like,
like
even if
early in the
it's, like,
morning is peak for some
early in
people.
the
Early morning or sunset?
early in the morning or sunset. Like you got to be like psychologically, like your brain needs to see sunlight.
You think so?
You need the
I'm
sun,
not talking
yeah.
like I'm not talking through a window. I'm not saying like if I look
Yeah.
out this window, I
You
know it's
need
bright.
to feel
'cause
the sun on
you
your
need
skin.
to physically feel the sun, breathe fresh air, and walk.
Definitely,
Right.
It's
definitely.
crazy how like those three things are free. And
And
those
you
are the
don't know
most
it.
supportive things on top of just like you don't need to be eaten like that. That's the other culture shock too is like Bosnian portions. I was like, oh, this is a large.
Would it feel like a
Totally, yeah.
medium?
I was
small?
like, this is an appetizer.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
This is an appetizer in America.
Man, we
Yeah.
really are some big bags.
No, yeah, and I noticed that when I went to Salvador, the portions was small. Like, yo, this isn't gonna fill me up. What the fuck is
Oh,
it?
this is for
Let me get
little-
two.
Oh yeah.
But I was like, what the hell no.
Oh, me big man.
I want to pull up a picture. You are
Big
dumb
man.
as fuck. I eat meat.
What is this?
So I'm gonna just show you
Good
this.
Lord have mercy.
This was
on
my
me.
face. This is just a photo of my face.
Let me see.
Walking, like getting to. This is us on the plane. I think.
Send me a picture and I'll put my picture up
and,
when I
and,
do that.
and
Yeah.
how long did you say you were?
I was there
doing this?
17 days.
Where?
so-
Bosnia? Oh, Bosnia?
You can't. I mean, can you kind of tell?
Bosnia.
You can kind of tell. I mean, I'm trying.
Wait,
I
what's
was
the official language of Bosnia?
Yeah.
Bosnian, bitch. The
Oh,
fuck?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
I mean, 'cause
I'm not
it's-
well
in Mexico.
cultured.
In Mexico, it's not Mexican. It's
this was
Spanish,
me.
which is from
This
Spain.
was me June
This is
15th
guy.
of last year. This was
Let me
me
see,
June
let me see.
15th of last year.
Okay, you know what? There's
damn.
an immediate difference, bro.
Yeah, I can see that.
June 15th of last year, and then just after Bosnia, like just slightly after Bosnia.
So that was before your trip to Bosnia?
This was
Okay,
before my
gotcha.
trip to Bosnia, and then this was me.
I see the difference.
I mean, listen, like you can even take a look at this photo, like just slightly after.
Oh, shit, damn.
Yeah, there's a bit of a difference. Bro.
And that was
You're-
when after back from Bosnia and you came back?
After-
Damn.
See, and that's
I
the
got
thing,
back.
man. You're glowing. You're looking. It's
Thank you.
different, and you were glowing back then too. But now this is
Yeah.
a different glow. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
thank
And
you.
it's like health and all those things.
It shows.
Whether you show it, or you feel it first of all, before anyone sees it or you see it in the mirror. The
Yeah.
thing I love is you feel it first. That's the thing I miss about the gym is just that peak middle workout where I feel that moment of clarity in my mind,
Yeah.
and I start thinking more positive starts, or I thinking
You
the
start
negative
thinking
stuff is
more
more
real.
like or the negative things that were weighing on me are like kind of more conclusive or resulting, or I start thinking more creative ideas. Sometimes I
Yeah.
get distracted from my workout because I start writing things down. But what I'm saying, it's a beautiful thing. It's a peak, and it's good energy, and I recommend it to
you.
everybody. And I need to take my own test
Yeah.
and do it myself.
I would, if there's anything that I would recommend for people, I know there's a lot of shit out there that you can. I'm not, by no means am I a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a physician. I'm not anything.
Physicist.
Gynecologist.
Gynecologist.
I'm not a gynecologist.
I'm definitely fucking not a gynecologist. I'm gay as fuck.
The hoo-ha doctor.
Listen, I was C-sected too, bitch. So I ain't never,
Really?
I ain't never
Damn,
touched it.
Ain't never touched no cat. Respectfully.
I mean, I have a little cat at home. That's about it. That's about as close to
Good.
pussy as I'll get.
Crazy,
But
man.
Committed.
what I'm
Committed.
trying to say on a nice
Yeah.
note, bitch.
Go ahead.
And you be real from the start, bro.
I know, shit, damn.
From the
But
jump.
you know how there's like all those drugs and shit. People are taking like Manjaro,
Ozempic.
Ozempic,
Oh,
all
the
that shit.
Olaf pack? Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Zoloft?
I think like doses of that can cost you like thousands of dollars a month through insurance and maybe even some copays. Go to Europe. Go to Europe for 2 weeks. Go to like a beach coastal town for 2
With
fucking
research.
weeks. Research it. Yeah. But I'm saying spend time there, eat the food, walk, get sunlight, get clarity, Like, be in nature.
Hell yeah.
That's literally what happened to me. 17 days, I dropped like 30, almost something pounds.
Dang, not even a month.
Not even a month.
Wow.
17 days, dropped 30 pounds. And then now, since then, I've dropped an additional 30 or so.
Nice.
So, like, I'm chilling in that. I think I was actually 320 when I went to Bosnia.
Damn.
Came back 280, dropped 40,
Nice.
and I'm down another 20 since then.
Nice.
And I can tell it's getting harder to lose weight because now I'm kind of
You're at a plateau, huh?
Yeah, the plateau is kind of hitting, but there's so much to be said about what nature can do for you, about what clean thinking can do for you, and sometimes the best thing to do for yourself is literally like disappear. Take care of what you need to take care of and come back.
Even in a relationship, bro, when you got a girlfriend, serious relationship, or a husband and wife, I feel like it's quick. Both of you guys do it. You guys need some time for yourself. I'm not saying go hang out with other people. I'm saying,
I'm not saying go fuck other people.
Yeah, I'm saying
because if my husband's watching this, you try that shit with me, you dead.
What I'm saying, because some people just don't communicate right. What I'm saying is, couples need to communicate. Hey, we're gonna take care of this. We're gonna come back. We're gonna step away and come back in together. This is personal, alone time. Not with your boys. Not with your friends. You time. You need to clock out for you. You know what I'm saying?
If more people did that, I feel like the divorce rates would be much lower here. That's the other thing too. That's the other fucking thing I realized. The divorce rates in Bosnia, in Europe in general, I was like, what the fuck y'all mean your divorce rate is in like the 20-30 percentages? Ours is in the fucking like
90s.
90s and shit.
Over there, you tend to see more old married couples. Huh,
people over there, if something is broke, they fix it.
Yeah.
They don't immediately opt in for a new model.
And break that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's why
You know
when
what I
I
mean?
told my husband, like my husband and I go through like some shit too, like we go through our
Everyone
own
does,
things.
yeah.
Everyone does but I told him like I'd rather work on this with you,
Right.
every single time because I've put in nearly a decade with my husband, nearly a decade of
This
time.
isn't
Fucking
just something
knowing
we're
them.
gonna clock out.
Congratulations.
Listen, thank you. It'll be 3 years of marriage in November, and I'm super
Congratulations.
fucking excited about that. Love the man so much. I mean,
That's
some
awesome,
like
man.
there are
Shouts out
days.
to him.
Yeah, shout out to my husband McLeod.
He's working out at the gym right now.
Working out at the gym right now, looking beefy. But over there is just the way that love is seen is so differently. The way that I think education, people work harder. People tend to work harder because they're like, well, this is just the norm. The norm over there is to work harder. To be told, I'm proud of you, good job, once or twice every so often. Here, bitches want to fucking bitches want to sweep the room, and all of a sudden it's like, you get a Ferrari for doing the bare fucking minimum of what you were supposed. Ho?
Yeah.
I was watching Goodfellas yesterday, and there's a line they say like American kids are spoiled rotten, whatever here. And like, damn, you think about it, yeah, it's true. Because you go to other countries and they're like, their ethics are working, education,
And
family. Here, you can only probably have one. You can have education, but you can't have family or this. You can have family, you can't have this and that.
You can only have one.
I will-
typically.
I will kind of say this though, if you, not to say this, but to say this.
Go ahead.
Looking at the people at this table, they it's a particular culture of people that I've seen that lean into the spoiled rottenness. That's all I'll say. Because looking at the men at this table, myself included, I see something a little different in terms of what we're talking about.
Right.
Bringing some culture to
Some cultura.
a little bit. But
Yeah.
This was dope as fuck. Y'all
This
are
is
fucking
dope,
amazing.
man. You, thank you for being here, man. It was
For
fun.
real.
From last time to this time, it was like, it just flew by. And then
Yeah.
it was a good time just
I
talking
can't
about
even believe it. It's been like
Almost 2 months, no?
since-
March, 4 months.
Wow.
No
Wow,
way.
4
Get
months?
the
No.
fuck outta here.
March.
Well, I mean,
It
this
flew by,
month's
man.
about to
It
end.
was March.
We're
It was like
entering
What are we in, July
early
now?
March.
We're
We're
in
in July, like
2
tomorrow.
days. Yeah.
Oh, shit. 4th of July is this Friday.
Ooh,
Shouts out to America.
Shout out to America, girl.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, we don't even know if it's gonna be fireworks or fucking Glocks. Like it's gonna be a surprise.
All I know is I'm in Glendale.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh my God,
no,
not
but-
Westgate.
Westgate.
Well,
That's Anyways,
Back to-
appreciate you being here,
Thank
man.
you
We're
both
always
so much.
welcome back all the time. We'll have you on another episode soon, hopefully.
I would love that. I like y'all are so fucking dope. What you're doing is amazing.
Thank you.
How you presented this was fucking stellar. Like, and it's just easy to talk to you too. It felt like just a
we
conversation with
appreciate
friends.
That's what it feels like all the
Appreciate
time.
that.
Yeah,
That's
we
all-
talked about a lot of shit today.
We
Yeah,
did.
we did. Before and
I
after
ain't-
this.
Before,
You know what I was telling? He was telling. He always says I think we all have ADHD because we went from this to that. We try to bring it
we
back
got a
and then
little
go
bit
back.
of the tism.
I think so.
We all need a little spectrum.
Tell him what ADHD stands for.
Oh, always
Attention.
down to have a drink.
Always down to have a drink. I was like, attention deficit
Oh,
hyperactive
no.
disorder.
We don't believe in that here.
Not around here. ADHD means always down to have a drink.
I feel like I have ADHD, HD, like attention deficit hyperactive disorder, high definition. Like
Damn.
my shit.
And it's always the people that have that can excel in like their own thing because they're there.
Once they lock in,
Once I
Their
fucking
brains
lock
are-
in, bitch. Once I fucking Adderall focus without the Adderall,
Damn, I hate
ho,
some.
good
Definitely.
luck.
Good luck.
Good
Can't
luck.
stop
Listen,
it.
let me just listen. Once I get my body right, my credit checked, my fucking face all groomed up, and my fucking like bank rolled up, and like once I
Definitely.
fucking like take off and have my talent be what it's worth, it's over for you, ho.
And that's what we want. That's what we want.
That's what I wanted for all of us.
It's one for all of us. But anyways,
Thank you.
thank you for being here again, Nino.
this is Nino Daniel.
Plug in your Instagrams and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
like that.
my Instagram and TikTok is at official Nino Daniel, and then there's a link in the bio for all my socials for that too. So
Awesome.
at official Nino Daniel.
Awesome,
man,
awesome,
definitely.
awesome.
It's been a
And-
pleasure having you, man. We
Thank you so
appreciate you
much.
coming back. Like we said, we're gonna definitely have you, and we definitely gotta do some segments together. We'll talk about that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
different
bitch, I'm
segments.
so
yeah, yeah.
down.
We can get
Let's
more
fucking
deeper,
go.
deep into every other little
Yeah,
thing.
the
You know
little
what I mean?
shits. Yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but this has been a Put Me Up Something podcast. I'm your host Alejandro Gomez.
Is Zero San? I've been on time. I actually wasn't on time on that one.
No, that we're
Spaced out. I was thinking about the segments. We are. Damn, I am ADHD.
Damn, the
Could be,
ADHD.
could
You
be.
couldn't even finish this episode before you started thinking about the
For
next
real.
three.
for real. We're a step ahead.
Bam, bam, things.
So, anyways, you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that in between. You know what I mean?
Everything in between.
And then your girl too. Is it?
Oh yeah, he said everything in between last time, and then I was like, what? And then he said, and you good too.
Nah, whatever. Anyways, this has been a Put Me Up
Hey,
Something
not
podcast,
Nino though. He's
baby.
never touched one.
Oh my God! Listen,
My
you can
bad.
find everything in between. I would say like you can find your guy too, just to kind of like
Oh yeah,
blend it in. But I'm not after just any guy. I'm after yo dad. No, I'm kidding.
Oh damn, stepdaddies. Yeah.
Sugar
man.
daddies, but like
The man of the
with
house.
diabetes, it's got to be like low glycemic daddies.
You want that trust fund?
I want the
Where-
I want the allulose daddies, the
I
splendid.
think they were
daddies.
saying that we're in a splendid daddy
Are
economy
we?
right now.
Ah, damn it. What if I want a stevia daddy?
That's. I think we might have
Just
missed
I
that
need
there.
someone with low glycemia for my diabetes. That's it.
No sugar.
Can't be too sweet.
Agave daddies.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast, baby, and we're out.
Later.